Just bear with me 1 second, guys, while I just sort stream settings out for one brief second. Just making sure I can hear myself on the stream before I start talking. I think I can hear myself. Let me just make sure everybody can hear me on the stream. Is that so, ladies and gentlemen? Hello everybody, fantastic, I'm glad everybody can hear me. Hello everybody and welcome to tonight's stream. My name is Richard Yorke, I'm a YouTuber and a streamer on the Twitch channel, and it is fantastic for Sliverin Games to be letting me back on their Twitch channel streaming again, which is absolutely fantastic. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we are bringing you Astra Exodus. Wow. I do unfortunately, guys, see the stream settings haven't changed, so I do apologise for that, but we'll just carry on. Hello everybody, hello Spearhead Gamer, hello everybody, welcome to tonight's stream. Like I said, guys, we're going to be streaming some Astra Exodus. I'm going to be just going through the game mechanics as best as I can with the knowledge I have been given for the last couple of hours I've been playing the game, but also having a look at the dev diaries, which are absolutely superb, guys. So if you have not seen the dev diaries, guys, and are interested in Astra Exodus, please check the links on the Sliverin site because they are absolutely awesome. But also, guys, I think you can wishlist this game. But also, if you've not checked the Sliverin sales out in the last couple of days, I would definitely go on check them out because they are absolutely fantastic. So, hello everybody, and let me just start. So, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, I will be going through certain aspects of the game, so it might not be going as quickly as you expect. So I'm just going to start because there's a few mechanics. It's 2 hours. 2 hours tonight, guys. 2 hours. 2 hours tonight. So, like I said, guys, I'll be going through some key points of the game. And if I get a chance at the end of the stream, guys, I will go on to the Sandbox mode to show you other aspects of the game. I've said to go through this campaign, but if I have time at the end, guys, I will go to the Sandbox so we can have a look at some extra features. So, what is Astra Exodus all about? That is the question. So, if you've not read the dev diaries, which you should, guys, because it is fantastic, the game is brought to you by Kaiser Studios. Please quote me if I'm wrong, but I'm 100% sure that is. It is a 4-time strategy game. It's got it's from classics from Master of Orion, and it's definitely got that feel. And I've definitely got a Sword of the Stars feel when playing this game, but also looking at it. It is definitely a game to have on your wish list, guys. It is absolutely awesome, and I love the graphics, and it is right up my street of gameplay. So I'm just going to have a quick go through some of the aspects of what the game is. So it's a large RTS game, of course, based in space with real-time space battles. It's not the first game to have them, but it is very, very different, but also differences in the same. So Astra Exodus aims to avoid the pitfalls of many other RTS games. They've definitely brought in different aspects of directional damage, time systems in the combat, which are good, and pause for battles. But the main story behind Astra Exodus, guys, like I said, this is the developer, but I will briefly go over it, is humanity is forced to embark on a massive exodus to survive, which it's just fantastic when you get stories like that. But I'll drop a few links to the dev diaries so everybody can see that story as well. So, guys, we're going to click the campaign. Like I said, we're going to go through a few of the aspects of the game, and hopefully I can be as informative as possible for you lovely people here. So we're going to click the campaign here and hope this is going to come out. So, of course, you can create a campaign profile. Hello, Mike Private. How are you doing tonight? I'm going to click a new profile. We're going to start on the easiest setting, just so I can get show you the basics and go through all of the shenanigans. I'm going to click new profile. So this is, of course, the base standard campaign. I'm sure when the game is released, there will be others. Yes, it is Grey Knight. This is Astra Exodus. Unfortunately, these stream settings haven't been updated, so it looks like we're streaming Battlestar Galactica at the moment. So they came out of the darkness to the light, unstoppable, relentless. They crashed against our bravery. The only fact of the Keeper's X began through the Great Eye, found salvation from the Dark Ones. No, Lannister, no further glory, unfortunately. You know my hot topic game. You know it. I'm sure I'll be playing that again at some point. However, the curse followed us as strife, conflict, facade plagued our ancestors among the cold void. In the blink of an eye, our brothers were lost to the stars, somewhere between the great eyes and the final salvation. Ooh, heroic words there. In the end, our hope was almost extinguished. Final salvation was found when we set foot and now called Teria. Such a tale of Exodus, a burning of our home, tragedy, brothers, and rebirth of our people. So, of course, the storyline, we have, left Earth and we've gone to find new hope. So, we're going to play, like I said, guys, on the basic setting, and we're just going to go through, show you all of the ins and outs of the game, and there's a few things I will add on to this, but like I said, at the end of the stream, guys, I will go have a look at the sandbox mode and have a look at a few of the settings we can have a look on there. So I think that's all gravy. Okie dokes, we've got some guff. So, IT Commander, I told you qualifications are more enough to know already, but you had to boot camp, exposure despite simulation saves doesn't really sell my job. I'm experienced giving you. Excuse me, don't break. This means we're going to go through some tutorial, which I think we're going to skip that. I get right into it. So I'm definitely a fan of the art already. I'm definitely animated pictures to nations stuff. So we're gonna have a quick go through this, guys, and see what is it all about. Okay, so welcome to Astra Exodus tutorial, simple short guide on how to play the game, which will take you just a couple of minutes to go through the main concepts of the game. Click start to continue. That makes sense. So this is the galactic view. The game here, you can camera better grasp your surroundings. The star system on the middle screen with containing your home world, which is there. Cygnus, I haven't pronounced that. Move the camera by holding the middle mouse, which is general for all things there. No, you can never go wrong with colours. It's definitely, I'm a Sword of the Stars and a Masters of Orion player, so I gotta say it does sit quite well in my book. So of course I think just the standard WS key, WSD. AD keys. Additional, you can click on planet icons below, turn directly to the corresponding planet. I'm assuming that's just when you click in. Yeah, that makes sense. And press spacebar to continue. So this is a status bar, shows the resources of the civilization. So we're looking at the top bar, which is in most RTS games, guys. We're about showing you resources, incomes, etc. So civilization generates and consumes per turn. So it seems like Astra Exodus has a production, but also use of material. So of course some units will use a certain resource for us, so you're going to have to produce more to have more, which makes complete sense. It also lets you know which technology you are currently researching and when it will be discovered. Ooh, well look, and I can see that from the right side. Unfortunately, we have 0 research at the moment, which will hopefully increase as the game goes on. So we have we've got food. These values indicate how much food available and consumed by your people. Makes complete sense. Then we have metals. These are values to get how many metals available to consumed. The construction within your government, following form, makes sense. So we've got 3 being produced, but 0 being consumed, which I assume is the 0 free. We have organics. These are how much organics are consumed. We have rares, which I assume are rare commodities of the solar system or galactic view. The frigate, so it indicates how many frigates are used transport within the government, especially following on. So how many navies I assume we're going to have makes sense. So we've got tax rate, overall morale, treasury, your monthly research generation, summary of the current research status. This is a hover over the mouse or any of these concepts to find out more about them. So of course tax rate, for which will probably, of course, influence credits. Of course, morale, which is the morale of your empire. I'm assuming getting low morale is going to have a negative effect on your empire, but also being able to control tax rates at certain times when you have enough to do that. So I think we're producing 8 credits per turn. So the value indicates your monthly research generation to be used to discover new technologies, which is quite self-explanatory there. So we'll go on to the next tab. So your data net area used to feed your notifications on the ongoing of your government and others. Across the galaxy, this includes warning to better manage your empire, communication from foreign governments, the exposition to narrate in the galaxy events. Clicking any of them will activate it, or if it's not communication, right click them to dismiss them. So I think what we've got on the right side is, of course, your notification part of the game. So anything that's going to happen will happen on the right side. So we know what's going off, etc., etc. And we're going to click let's now click the research notification. So research. This is certainly going to be interesting. I think I've got more things to say about this as well. So this is, of course, what it says on the tin. This research panel, select technologies to investigate them of various kinds. These are classified in several fields which can be accessed through the marked buttons, which of course there. You can hover over the mouse, over the text, find out more about each one of them. Once you find one you like, click it, add to the research queue shown below. You can only research one. This is where I'm going to say something, guys, which I've got a little bit of text to say because I'm trying to make sure, guys, I give you girls and guys, sorry, let's not be sexist, everybody about everything. So what we're going to do, so we can only research one technology in each level. And the way we, let me just please quote, whoa, Unrest Cure, that is fantastic, you just subscribed. So you can only research one technology per level. If you read also reading the dev diary here would be good. So you can only research one technology per level. You need to acquire the rest level through diplomacy, construction, and resources. Which that makes complete sense. So you can only do one through per research. Post-apocalyptic, what's the MO2? What does that mean? I have not a clue what you mean by that. So we can have a look. Colonizer module. Are we right? Nope, we're not right clicking. No, we're not right clicking. Let me just left click that again. There we go. Similar. Any spacefaring species must expand the cosmos, wants to survive as such presence colonizer ships. They're required to colonize a module. Hello, Avad, how you doing? The colonize module is standard, especially early civilization. Any ship design as colonizer by the role must have one of these modules. So this is a module you add to a design of the ship, I assume, to colonize, etc., etc. That makes complete sense. Look at the iron thruster. What does that actually do? I think they haven't changed it. I do apologise, guys. I've not had a chance to message anyone from Slytherin to tell them to change it. One of the first means of space propulsion, the iron thrusters create a thrust by accelerating ions in the vacuum of space, the dusty void of hyperspace. The engines can become outdated quickly, but at time they are the best way to reach the stars. However slow they may seem, both normal high-speed travel makes sense, or the nuclear bomb. Unfortunately, this little thing's blocking it, so I can't read half of this. Invading a planet is costly endeavour. I'm assuming it means it helps you actually blow the bejesus out of people. So I think it's it's a bomb, of course, but it's 15. That seems quite a lot. So we've got arid transforming, which makes sense. So a desert planet, the advantage for sure, but as well we know, obstacle to our way of life. Terra and class planets are therefore anyway transform the world to the most welcome. So of course, when you get into planets, guys, you're gonna terraform them to your nation specific. So if you're happy on a cold world, you be fine, but if you don't like a cold world, you'll build, you terraform them to where you want to. Makes complete sense. I'm assuming this means I can terraform a tundra world, etc. I can terraform an arid world, which makes sense there. I do like that. Yeah, so like I said, guys, I am trying to go through all the little bits and bobs for you, so I do apologise if I'm taking just a little bit time on some of the aspects, but I feel if I'm going to go over it, make sure everybody understands, and like I said, guys, in conjunction with the stream, please see the dev diaries because they are very good reading and give you maybe more of a rundown sometimes than the words I'm saying. So you can read so much text, so make so sure to pick your best. That's the way. We're not going to click a research just yet. We're just going to keep going through this basic tutorial until we get to some sort of battle too. So we click there. So DataNet. So now the recent notification has been covered. We'll go to the next notification on the queue, which talks about the homeworld is idle as it doesn't have any current build projects in the construction. So here we are on the homeworld. It's a nice blue planet. It's an ocean planet more than anything else. It is nice how the planet animation has a slight curvature in it, and you can see it quite moving around, especially the atmosphere. It seems like the clouds are moving on the planet. That's quite a nice little touch there. So I think we can see on the right side the installations are already built on our planet. So we've got an exo farm, exo mine, designed safely massive extract metals, and then a research lab. I think a research lab is exactly what it says on the tin. Ronsels. Back on its tin, if you get that reference. Factory. It's a really blue planet. Astra Exodus. Sorry, guys. Like I said, they've not changed the chat thing on there. I hate keep going. So, an orbital fort. So, of course, an orbital fort is what it is to defend against things. Sorry, the bar is there. We'll go back over that. So, this is your colonist screen. Here you can see what the colonists are producing, set their labour, build their projects according to your wishes. We will focus on the build projects now. So, we'll click through the mark button to open the build project panel to choose for the colony. I like the little smiley face saying is habitable for our people, which is quite cool. Oh, you know what? I just didn't click that properly. Oh, the misclicks are fantastic. There we go. I don't know how I missed that. Hello, how you doing tonight? So here we are. So the colony screen, so we're focused on build projects. Now click mark button, open build project and choose one for your colony. So we have a choice now what we can build. So we have, of course, the choice of a new design for the ship. We'll go on to that after I've done the tutorial, guys, so I can fill that air. So we have streamline trading. So by focusing our colony industry efforts into streamlining commercial initiatives available to spending in general, we can increase the overall generation of wealth. So that seems like a default build to give us an increased increased stats for credits, which makes sense if there's nothing else to build. We've got housing construction. Unfortunately, being blocked by a bit of the tutorial there, which I assume innovation is the research. Grants the colony 30 research, and then that one colony production. So we've got credits, production of colonists, research, and a starbase. So the defence of the colony is paramount, especially in its infancy, against both natural and artificial threats. The starbase designed to address this by itself. First form defence of the world has actually a massive orbital weapon platform able to defend any planets against any invaders. So that will be definitely a thing to have. Especially it says that we are a very young civilization here. Of course, we have a fleet we can have, allows to transport resources back to the homeworld, movement of troops between star systems. Makes sense. For one, this is, it looks like a tactical speed, shields, no armour, hull, tactical speed 1. Construction cost 36. That's fine. Quite expect we are getting blocked by this. So what we're going to do straight away, that seems like a long time to build that. 11. We're going to go and build to get more colonists in here, just as a little bit of a sort of thought for this game. So, build project. Here are a list of build projects available in your homeworld. These can be industry, starship, troop, installation, terraforming type. You can hover over these items to get more information about the stats, utilities. As with everything else on the game, since it's your first turn, recommend to pick a freighter scout ship, so we're going to have to cancel that. Since the first turn, we recommend building a freighter scout ship. So, let's have a look for our scout ship. Which is the scout ship? Freighter flight. I'm not entirely sure which would be classed as our scout ship here. As transport, I think these are just basic fighters. Oh, roll battleship, roll colonizer. I get it. I get it. Yeah, here we go. That's the one. Because you can decide the names of your designed ships, which makes complete cruiser. We've got destroyer, frigate, frigate. Roll Titan. Oh my word, that seems like a constructor. And of course, I think more likely it would be one of these colonizer battleship. I think we'll buy a frigate instead. And there we go. We're just going to pop that on there. So since the first turn, recommend pick a frigate scout ship. Oh, a frigate scout. I didn't read that properly. Did I? Auxiliary exploration. So there we go again. So this is the star system view. Here we can see the planets, fleets that are contained within. You can click any of the planets, either on the main screen, so on the main galaxy star map we see. Well, to the next. You can also go back by clicking the middle mouse and escape key, etc., etc. So that makes complete sense. So So the planet panel where its stats are shown includes maximum population, food resources. Remember that you can hover over them, find out more. Makes sense. I'm assuming every planet has its max population, which I can see here, which is 12, which is quite a big planet, right? But also its generation of morale and resources, which makes complete sense. Fertile planets, Tren or Ocean, usually have a high amounts of food and organics production, while more hostile planets, such as barren or volcanic, have more metals. It makes sense because different pressures will and etc. Different environments create different valuable resources. Below the planet, can find buttons to colonize the planets. You have a colonizer in the star system. You can also right-click the planet where's the fleet stationed. Okay. So marked center screen is a home world. Star system can locate the crown symbol indicates the presence of a homeworld. Below the planets contain to the side the station fleets, right hovering to fleets left. Yep, that makes sense. You can click the fleets, select them to go down and start the game with. So with the fleet selected, mark the panel showing detailing the command and the composition. You click individual ships here, deselect them. Yep, that's very, very self. We'll probably have to later on hovering over this, pushing over this fleet selection bit. To move another star system with the fleet selected, hover the cursor over the coordinately, the star system on the map, and right click. Very simple here. So colonizers, this is what it's all about, guys. Is about pushing out your, taxing, changing the resources on your things. I think this is the most interesting bit. This is a colonies panel. Here you can find the list of colonies within your growing empire, showing the stats and current construction projects. So this is kind of a big overview of what we can see altogether on the entire game. So it's like I said, it's just a cheat sheet to see what's every doing. So you got the maximum effectiveness in one screen. Go to correspondent. More importantly, you can use the arrows marked move the colony up and down the list. This affects priority of the colony and receiving materials from the homeworld affecting the build efficiency resources needed to build projects. So your homeworld is probably supporting the other planets in the solar system, or maybe further away. So the further down the list they are, the least priority they are. So it'd be interesting. You can actually, there is a filter set there as well. Idle, overcrowded, and garrisoned. So there's definitely interest in there. So many of the colonists are demanding we build a star base as soon as possible, Admiral. Maybe we should at least keep them happy. So of course, I think the pleasing everybody is going to be a good thing. Of course, we can hover over certain aspects to get more details. Oops, sorry guys, I'll just click that off there. And yeah, that makes quite interesting actually. So this is the best part. I do like this, and being a Soul of the Stars player back in the day, this is definitely something I do enjoy. So this details panel here can modify existing ship designs or create entirely new ones for each roles available, frigate, destroy, etc. You can select new design if you want to modify it, or click new design button. It includes selecting weapons like missiles, systems such as engines, support modules such as generators. Once it is selected, you can give the design a name and a tactic to save it for construction, ship, and design in your colonies. So that is absolutely fantastic that we can actually create a ship, label it as we like, and then build it as we will. Here we go, heroes. So, this is the heroes panel. You can recruit new heroes, assign admirals, governors to the post, send operas, espionage-related missions. Each hero hiring fee must pay before they starts working for you, as well as upkeep. Heroes earned through playing the campaign or in Sandbox mode. They will show up and hire randomly sometime after starting the game. So interesting, it's a random factor there that you may get a hero, but also if you can afford to buy the hero class, I'll be interested to see how that affects the overall game, but also talking about the how it affects your empire. Does it affect your morale? Does it decrease morale? Does it increase production of a certain mineral? Decrease mineral? Is it what? Be interesting to see the upkeep of the heroes, and if their positive outweighs their negative, or if there's any negative there. So that'll be certainly interesting. Okay, so there we go. So to learn more about the game, you can watch a quick short videos of the various subjects under the mark of the data vids panel. Also remember, everything on the game has corresponding help tip. Trigger corresponding help tip that is triggered by hovering of the mouse. So of course there is an inbuilt game tutorial down there. I think that there. So this concludes the tutorial. Once this is gone, you'll be able to press the turn and interact with the UI normally. Remember, use help tips to learn the game. Resort to data vids if you feel lost. After closing the screen, you can use spacebar to pass the turn. So spacebar is going to be pass the turn. So very interesting, good little tutorial there, guys, to give us a breakdown in what the game is and some of the basic concepts of starting. So let's have a quick look at the data vids and see what is on there. Like I said, if we are lost, we have, of course, all of the data vids on there that show us what is going off. I'll be interested to see what the heroes one said, but it is mostly there. If we do get stuck, we might pop back on there and have a look, see if anything we can, if we don't know. So, but we're going to have a play, just see what it goes like, and that's kind of it. So, we have no research project. Let me just get to that post-apocalypse. I'll be with you. Like I said, I'm trying to explain everything as I go. Once we get to start moving, I'll probably go into that a bit more detail. So, yeah. Let's have a look. Do we have a description of our government type? So I think each faction has different traits that affect the overall factors of your empire. So we are Earth Legacy Task Force, so I think we're just Earthlings. We've got some traits here that may alter what happens when meeting other factions, but also when they're meeting us, and what we're doing and what planets we're good on, etc., etc. So we have charismatic. So we're very charismatic. We've got a lot of charisma. Developed a higher than average social presence, likable by one's peers. Nice. So we're very charismatic. So never seemed out of the ordinary, but when it came across our other species, positive starting conditions, a homeworld became more than apparent. The prisoner of our homeworld give us an advantage against other factions. Oh, nice. Engineers and managers. Oh, managers. Oh, 20% upkeep. That's actually quite good. Engineers is plus 20% starship defense globally generated. That's certainly interesting. So I think at the moment we have, of course, this being the government thing, we have what upkeep we have: troops, colonies, outposts, heroes, tribute, total. Population, colonies, starship, troops, outpost score, same thing again. But then I think we have like a overall ranking of what we are in the game. So I think this would be different if we were in a sandbox game with more enemies on here. Yeah, looking very good. And I think we can actually click a graph mode. But unfortunately, I don't think we have. We've got nothing to be compared against yet, so that'll be certainly interesting on there. So if we click the X button, what did I particularly want to go on to next? So we'll have a look at the research again. So remember, we can only research one from each level. I mean, the colonizer module sounds good. I mean, does that mean? I think this is what I want to do, and I think we'll do Tundra. Just as like I said. I think that means that 30 turns. The research queue lets you research several technologies at one. There, you can change their order by the arrow button shown. So I think you can, if you do that. And if we do, no, I think that's all we can do at once. So we'll just click that on and see how far we get with that. So we some of our we have some idle fleets in our mod. So we'll click the fleets here and have a look what we got in here. So this is the fleet as it is. I want to, like I said, Apocalypse did ask about the movement. So we're going to see what are the movements. So we've got hull, we've got might, upkeep, we have troops, starships, total number of starships including fleet comparison, armor, shields, ordnance, scanning range. So there's of course scanning, so you can have more ships that can scan. I think bombs and hypertrains. So this leads me on to some of the ship composition, guys. So please remember, when we do probably get into combat, that damage is directional. So think about your Starship Enterprise getting hit by lasers on the front, on your front shields. Your front shields will go down. And like I said, guys, you have you got different 3 different types of armor: hull, armor, and shields. So, I mean, from the process of elimination, I'm assuming it goes hull, it goes shield, armour, and then to your hull. So I think depending on the damage, depending which way you push in. So we're just going to try, just for thingy's sake there, we don't have any admirals we can apply to that fleet. So we're going to click... sorry, I do apologise. Let's click this fleet here. See if we're going to click it to the next... I don't know where... Oh, so we've got 6 turns. 4 turns, 6 turns, 9 turns, ETA 9 turns. Let's have a quick scan around and see how long that does take. So I don't think we've explored any more around. So 15 turns. So we'll go to the closest star, which is Marazam. So I'm going to click there. So there's a right click there. So 4 turns. I'm not entirely sure how many turns per turn. So we're going to end the turn and see how close we are. So 1 turn is 1 space. It's just how far that is away. So that would be, in theory, 4 turns away to move. Got 15 turns. So you have to be careful where you are moving. Let's have a quick question. Can you stop it moving or turn it back? Nope. I don't think it's going to let me to come back. No, that makes sense. So once you're committed, be committed, it seems. So we're pending our advisors. Oh, they want us to research something else. Oh, that's where I made the mistake. We didn't actually... You can research one of everything else in order. Ah. I don't think we've got too much on order. So we've done the Tundra terraforming. We'll have a quick look at the weapons. So we've got a nuclear missile launcher. Like everybody needs a nuclear missile launcher. Red laser. So class beam. So we have different classes of weapon, which is missile, beam. We've got mass, beam, and particle. Technically develops more exotic forms of weapon, opens themselves to use in military applications, takes electromagnetic rail, mass weapons, and some plasma. Ooh. So as you can see, different weapons have different damage effect. So it seems like nuclear missile is 100% effective against hull, 125% against... it's just good all around. It just looks good all around, their nuclear missiles. So red laser, good all around. Gauss cannon, better against shields. Hull second, armor third. Neutron laser, wow, massively good against armor there. So that's something we can do there. Oh, I'm glad to hear post-apocalypse. I really am. I'm glad to see that. But it is, like I said, I'm just trying to explain more of the interactions so you can have a quick rundown of it. And I hope I'm not chattering too long. And then we have Plasma Blaster. I could try and say that fast. Which is a lot better at armour. So, you know, remember when you're designing your ships that you have a group of ships that are all-rounders. Or you have one ship good at armour, one good ship at shields, hull, etc., etc. Depends on how you want to change your things. So we're going to look at government. So this government field research mainly contains advanced population, corruption control, population growth, and commerce. So remember, I think as when your empire grows bigger, corruption will, take over. And I think this is, and I don't know where that negative effect is. I think there is. there is a corruption tab somewhere which I will find. Um, so orbital fort. So crude form planning defense, the first one available port. So I think we've researched. Oh, I do apologize, that's gone now. I think we actually have that research because it's in blue. Because we actually, I think that means. I'm sure that means we've got that. So we've got a bunker network. So that provides defense of the colony from aerial bombardment. Local diplomacy. So as we reach our borders, the rate of expansion slows down. Interactions at the start. Local diplomacy become more important to make the far colonies don't depend on the whole and birthing government for dealing with nearby island settlements. Interesting. That will be an interesting factor when interacting with other aliens. Stellar commerce. Commerce is always important. Association does not change this. As such, politics, local settlement benefits. So plus 25% commerce globally. And we have troops, so these seems like the troops that will invade planets, etc., but also be defending them. So I think this 1 out of 1, it means that we have researched that, and I think we have researched all these as well. That makes sense there, and we are researching. I think, as we said before, guys, you can research one in each form, one in each thing, and you can see it's one. Makes complete sense from the slight email I got about it. So I think you have to be careful what you're going to research and how you conduct your empire overall. So military council, that's reduces troop upkeep globally. That's not a bad thing. So when you're at quite a high point in the game, that minus 25% will be critical. We have assault armor, so this, as you can see, the stats are on the top there. So you've got soft attack, hard attack, air attack, defense 10, upkeep, etc. So it's just armor to assault. We have planetary fighters. So invasion, the side that can assure its priority is the one that will most likely to win, especially on defense. The planetary fighters are strike designed such proposed, especially effective against all atmospheric vehicles. So anything that is going to be assaulting the planet on a planetary scale will be good. So we're not entirely sure which one I should do just there, but we're going to go through all the research to have a quick look. I'm sure in the Sandbox version there is a bigger selection of researchers. I can't remember the number off the top of my head. We've got 2 and 2 here. So we've got an automated factory. So it's plus 4% for construction. Of course, there is an upkeep to having that. So planets are settled. Industrial workforce usually quite limited, given the needs of starting colony. Automated factory is designed to get around the problems by a limited amount of automated manufacturing, reduce workforce. So it says what it is on the tin, reducing the workforce of an automated factory. Marcus in it, so that is plus commerce, so of course trade again, that's very interesting what we need. New production techniques, of course that is just basically construction globally on a 15% rate. That's pretty good, that is really good. And then we have power. I've got the power. So environmental life support. So life support goes a step beyond by giving the crew of your starship certain features, accommodation of their homeworld in said vessel, which extra supplies, amenities. So I suppose just bringing the habitat with them. That's certainly interesting. Command cockpit. So I'm assuming these are modules for the ships you design in the game. So researching this, I've got to think about what I want to do and what empires I want to push forward. Makes complete sense. Ooh, a tractor beam. You got me in your sights. So, support. So, of course, I'm sure there is support when we go into the design, which we will probably do after the research. When you design your ship, of course, the support things there. So, reduces the target enemy starship tactical speed by half. So, a tractor beam is exactly what it says in the tin. It slows the enemy down. During combat, the more of the target moves, the harder it is to hit, and the easier it is for the target to fire back. The tractor beam was designed to avoid this by reducing the speed and maneuverability of a ship and making it easy to target and destroy. I like that. I do like that. I've got to I want to get a tractor beam on something and slow it down. Okay, and we're going on to resources. Probably very important, of course. Remember, we want to have a broad research that everybody is actually pushing. We've got a good broad range of what we're researching rather than going. I suppose you could go just literally military and domination without trying to worry about too much resources and hammer home your enemy if you wanted to. So we've got a farm. So while many planets capable of producing some semblance of life, many do not well. Farms which enclose farms in their perfect conditions. So just making the food very well wherever it can go. It's in a dome. Advanced metal scanning. Of course, just helping globally generated metal production is fine in the first place by just being able to scan for more metals. There we go. So, my freight is globally generated. So, exchange of resources and industrial development are the paramount to keep the production and grow the economy. The more efficient the transport, the resources, the more efficient then the economy gets, and what the transport does. Really good. So that's reducing other aspects of transporting resources across the galaxy. Fantastic. So this is, of course, another subsystem for our design ship. So this is armor, being one of the first armor materials being entirely developed to mean defending against a particular type of space weapon. So remember, as we discussed looked at the weapons platform, guys, as certain weapons are better at attacking armor than other weapons, but also this is armor, so this will hopefully counter, as you can see, efficiently against missiles and particle. So we've got the pros and cons of all of it. EM deflector. So what is this deflecting? So this is deflecting everything. So this is beam, missile, mass, and particles. So it seems along with physical form of defense, such as the energy barriers. So this seems like a shield to me. The best way, easy way of saying shield. You see, I'm questioning now. Do I just click so many researchers and keep pushing between things? I'm not entirely sure. So explosive plate. So of course it's going to be better against. So physical electronic sensors make sure each enemy projectile is met with responding explosion. Wow, that's an interesting one. So just pushing back out. I hope I've read that right now, because now looking at the 125%, is that better at beam? Or it must be better at mass. I will have a quick look at make sure I'm quoting that right. Okay, so we are on to construction. So of course it's exactly what it says in the tin. So we've got an orbital dockyard. Production ships as possible, and now been some time. There's always been less these sort in space rather than land. An orbital dockyard, first orbital arsenal for doing this. So building stuff in space, but of course it gives you just a plus 10% ship production, and of course whatever the best thing. So missile racks. I like their missile racks look quite nice. So one per starship. So I think for the starship class, if missiles have disadvantage, they are low reload speed to jamming. So we'll be interested when we actually get into combat how that jamming feature is shown, if it is shown. The missile racks attack the first problem by providing an automated mechanism, greater to speed needed to reload launchers, while providing automated needed to fire past regular schedule. Repair drone, which of course supports space used too, so I'm sure this is something we can put onto a ship, and of course repair drones, exactly what it says, and of course one per ship, so it's stopping you overloading systems with lots of repair drones or lots of rockets. There is limitations, you see, straight away in the ship design, so you're not just putting as many missile racks on a ship as you possibly can, which would be highly hilarious at the same time as as it wouldn't, because it'd be quite OP. Okay, and then the one there, we've got specialization. Ooh, this is good. Oh, look at it. Oh my word, so many. So let's have a quick read. This number indicates the amount of special technologies you can research at this time. It increases by 2 each time you complete technology level by research at least 1 or 2 said levels. So what are these? So enables you beam weapons. As good as a beam weapon already are, they can nevertheless still be upgraded through enhanced beam weapons program. Bring out the beam weapon. With thanks to the battlefield experience created with the weapon, so far as related fields enabled. So let me just read that again. It increases by 2 each time you complete a technology level. We'll see how far that goes. I'm trying to work out how that works, but we'll go back to that. I'm sure it's going to be click 1 and then we can go on 2. So I can research 2. It opens 2 up, but we'll see how that goes on. And I'm assuming that's the specials we upgrade will go onto there. That makes sense, actually. I like that. So we're going to have a look at the ship design. So we're going to have a quick look through the researches there. Very interesting, guys, to see the changes, limitations, which are good limitations in my book, because being to overpower a ship would be just a bit silly. So you are having to limit what you can. I mean, I think other games have put power on ships, etc., which is very nice. Okie dokes. Let's have a look at fleet design. No, it's designs. Design. So, so we have two design ships. We've got two frigates that have tactical assault. Oh god, but we're going to click new design. We're going to have a look what we can do and look at the alternative ships we can make. If anyone in the chat wants to create a ship, let me just know. If you want to see any different guns on the ship we can design, don't forget to say something in chat, guys. Where is the name? Where is the name? So we click in defences. So we've got the stats, which are starship hull, armour. Did that highlight once I clicked over that? So we're going to call it the Big D. For sakes. Okay, we're going to have a look at what mounts we can select and how this alters the summary, the construction costs and the specs of the ship. Of course, we'll look at the tactics and see what it says for these tactics. So select default combat, tactic for the starship in battle here. Assault is for charging the target. Engage is for staying close and optimum weapon range, and harass it for attempting to encircle the enemy. And I'm sure in disengage is what it says on the tin, but it doesn't actually say that. We'll probably go assault is for charging. Engage seems the more logical choice there, but just for the sake of that, the big D will be whatever that can be, big D. So we're going to have a look. Unfortunately, I don't think we have many points at the start of the game, but we will just see how it affects the construction, guys, just for this stream, so you guys are fully aware of how adding these, deselecting these, changing them about actually alters the ship. So we have first the red laser, which of course is a laser weapon. It seems very good at any of these at 100%. Range 60, accuracy 100%. Well, that's actually quite bigging up right there. And of course, a class of a beam. So we're going to click it and see how it alters the summary. But like I said, the construction cost. So straight away, can I deselect that? Oh, I keep clicking the wrong button. Yeah. Oh no, it takes it off if you disconnect. Oh, let's not do that again. Let's not do that again. Oops. I messed that up there. Sorry, guys. I'm just de-clicking. Okay. Okay. I wonder how. Can I click save? There we go. Did that save? I think because it hasn't got enough power, enough engines, it won't save properly. But we'll go through it. So as you can see, we've added the red laser, and we just selected it there. So if we look at there, 0. If we look there now, we have, of course, costs, power costs, charge, cost to raise, and cost to construction. But also it's flagging up we have no engines, of course, we're not adding engines, not enough power, and not enough charge. So we're going to add the engines. Of course, there we've got the cost for that, so we're going to have a quick look at the cost when we click that. But remember, we're upgrading might. They give the might. So might indicates the ship's worthlessness in battle. So when we're thinking of battle, we're thinking of might. Who has the bigger might? You or me? Of course, let's click that and see if the might increases. Nope, it does not increase. But of course, it's an engine. It's going to increase the hyperspace range, hyperspace rating. So the value indicates the hyperspace rating of the starship, indicates how fast it can travel among the star systems. So of course, adding the extra support systems makes it a better ship. Easy peasy, guys. But of course, construction costs have gone up. Rares have not. So we've got no hull equipment. We've got armour, but we've still got not enough power. So titanium armor. So this hopefully, I wonder if this is going to change the might, but doesn't change the might, but changes. I don't know what that changed. Let me just take that off again. Metals cost. Now where's the? I'm looking. I think that I know what we're doing. If you look here, guys, at the shields, if we click there again. Like I said before, I think this is directional damage in the game. So remember, of course, the front, the left, the right, and the rear. We seem to don't have. I don't know if this is top armor, the 19K, or is that? I think that's just the hull. That is the hull damage. I think there is no top. I think even looking back to Battlestar Galactica, you don't have the top or the bottom of the ship. It's just directional around each side, which makes sense. Makes it nice and simple, especially for the aspects of this game. Okay, so of course we have support modules. I think this is where we can hopefully add our engines and stuff like that. So what we've got here, I don't think we've researched this to get this yet. We've got nuclear bomb, basic capacitor, energy weapons, consume great number. So this is of course energy. We have a basic hold, a mass consumes great amounts of ordnance. So for any other beam weapons, so nuclear batteries. So what power do we need? So we're going to click back here. So required 12. Is it gigawatts? Or GWS? I'm sure it's something like that. So we need to think. So we've got also adding the different components to this. So adding different components has added different abilities to the ship. So of course we've given it engines, it now has boost. So I'm assuming that when giving it other commodities, other railguns, nuclear missiles, etc., it will just add on to that. And the big D will be the starship commanding the biggest might of the Empire. We're going to click back on there. No, we've actually changed that to engage. I don't want to deselect because it seems if you deselect it's going to just. I wonder what's the limit. Or you can have a total of 5 in that new design thing. That makes sense. So you can't have unlimited design, it looks like. But we'll just have a look at that again. So we're going to click support. So we're going to have nuclear battery. See how much energy that produces, which is 25. Now giving us the power we need to power the ship. And I think a basic capacitor is for energy weapons. So this will be for the red laser. And there we go. But, of course, increasing the construction costs, the rares needed to build it, the cost of that, which makes sense. You're adding more components, you're adding more cost to the ship, which just goes without saying, really. But, remember, each ship has a... is going to have a max amount of support modules. Like I said before, looking at the research, dropping down and having, I reckon there'll be mods at some point where you can change stuff and give a ship like ridiculous attacks. But it won't be too bad like that. Okay, so we're going to have a look what else we can add to it. So I think so what the basic hold does. So this is for ordnance capacity, support, space used, power, construction costs. So like I said, adding more stuff is just gonna really think so new. So a nuclear bomb seems it's a orbital bombardment even. Oh wow, that doesn't sound great at all. Just we don't. But I reckon that's going to rank up. That's going to push up the cost. But of course, in push up the cost. But can we have another battery? Yes, we can. But bringing us to the max amount of capacity for our support modules. And now I think, given we have given we've had all the basics. Oh, that's what it does. I know now. I've been racking my brain playing this for the last few days, trying to think about what that does. So, we've met the criteria. We're going to click save, and hopefully nothing bad happens. There we go. Yeah, there we go. The big D. The big D's there now. We'll save the big D from from. So, as you have different arcs on your ship, you are going to add different things to the ship. So we've got the front laser. I get it now. It kind of comes true what I was playing the other day now, because I got a little bit confused about this, but it's actually come back. So as we can see, we have different ports on the ship, like the front, side, rear, etc. As you can see in the you know what, I missed this little bit. I only saw what I saw there. So we've got on here, which we can't add on, but if you look on the front goals, we can add another red laser. But remember, guys and girls, when adding another component to your ship, you are adding the requirements what you need to use it. So, of course, with another laser, is going to be more, of course, more requirements for energy. And I think adding that nuclear missile thing has changed what we're going to have here. So we could have, of course, the nuclear missile launcher, which is it's a missile. But of course, do we have enough energy on the ship to actually think of that? And no, we don't. We don't have enough ordnance. So you see, this is now the contributing factor which is limiting our ships what we have. Oh, good post-apocalypse. I'm glad you actually joined tonight's stream. A bit quiet here tonight. I'm also expecting hundreds of questions, but hopefully I'm being as informative as I can with what I've played the game so far. But I love the game where you can design your ships. There's something actually exciting about it. Giving it a fantastic name like I have as well. There's nothing better than that. And I do enjoy games where you can alter the components, and you have to think about what's the pro, what's the con of putting that ordnance, putting that weapon there, putting that module on there. Will it help the overall fleet? Will it be negative to the fleet? Very interesting, very interesting. You see, I'm not entirely sure. Do we add a red laser? If we put a red laser on there, we don't go over our ordnance capacity. But remember, guys, doing that, we're going to limit if we're actually trying to invade a planet of some description in the future of this game. So, it is certainly pros and cons out is. But I like in the tactics thing as well, what we can do for the tactics. And like I said, you're thinking about not just this design, but what you can research on a whole as an empire, which will then change what you can do. So you can be more aggressive, more diplomacy, and I'm looking forward to this. So yeah, I think that's overall kind of a good overlay of what the things are there. But like I said, we've got scanning range. I'm sure we can add more scanning things to the ships. But yeah, no top and bottom it looks like for the ships, only the around the sides, so front, rear, left, right, etc, etc. Tactical speed, so I'm assuming once we start upgrading our engines, but unfortunately we have no shields, which is here. So it seems core systems, as long as you've researched it, you can have it. But maybe, I don't know if there's a limit on that just yet, or is there just a limit on the support modules in the game. But as you can see, guys, we've gained another ability here. Bombardment. So I think this is due to so the representative of the game lore friendly description of your starship. Ooh, we had a laser on there, didn't we? So we're going to click save before I do something stupid. Oh no. Did I click? I'm sure. Oh, I didn't do that right, did I? Never mind. We'll add the red laser. Click save. No, I've done that right. Existing design cannot be modified. Oh. He's got a new design. Well, we'll come back to that. Let me just I can add a new laser on there. I'm just understand what he means by that. So an existing design cannot be modified. I don't really go with it. It said create a new design based on the old one. So I think it's going to make you continually refine your ships rather than keep altering them. So you've got to create another class, delete it. Yeah. Interesting. So it's forcing me to then delete my old design, look back at it. But we're going to keep actually honest with you guys. I think we're going to create a new design. Is that yep. We'll do that, and we'll just crack that new design back out, which won't take us very long, to be honest with you. Because we don't have very many subsystems anyway, so it's easy enough done there. But we've got to make sure we have all of our basic things that are going to help us. Oh, I misclicked that. So you can just click. There we go. And we don't need an ordnance because we don't have the nuclear missile thing. And then just go big D again. But then we just delete the design, and I like that because it's gonna force us to redefine our ships every time, but also of course the limit there as well. But then we're gonna have the constructors, we're gonna have the what's this type of ship, the destroyer. So we do have the different classes of ship to be altering. Wow, so you got a lot of time you can invest into creating. It'll be nice to see if there is a when this does come out on Steam, the community that creates the different classes and puts them on there. I'll be interested to see that. I will to see what they can do. So see if anyone can do that. I'm liking that. Interesting. So that's going to be interesting to see some interesting design on the Steam page or whatever community comes of this. So we've got a this is a cruiser, tactical engage. So let's just have a just for the sake of it. What's this one? This is a battleship. So we're going to see what battleship designs we can do because this is probably one of the bigger ships. But remember, guys, we are the bigger the ship, the bigger the construction costs are going to be with this game. So it's pretty interesting. So we're going to just have just for the sake of making a battleship, see if there's any weapons. Now I think we are limited still by what we have. So if we just do new design, we'll put PBB here just as a thing, and we're going to keep it on engage. It's so the difference is with the battleship, of course, it is a battleship, and it has 16 slots. Wow, guys, that is going to be a beast. That is going to be a big ship, and it can actually have a colonizer module on it, so it can be versatile there. Sorry, I don't know. I was clicking the construction module there, but it can have a colonizer, so the battleship can be a versatile role depending on what you want it to do. That is blown my little mind. Pooh, absolutely interesting. So we could just this is just for the sake of thing. Look at the state of it, and I can imagine. I can't imagine the energy cost this is going to cost me to actually have this, but I reckon once we have all the different little modules, I reckon we could support that. So what's that? 1, 2. That's 5, 9 red lasers. Of course, we need to put an engine on there, but we need enough power. Oh my word, that's a lot of power. That's a lot of power. Oh, I misclicked again. Silly me. But we get the general idea of what we can do there and what we can design. That is a nice little touch to it. And how the bigger ships will certainly... You'll have fun meeting a battleship with so many guns on it, but also with all of the other guns it's going to have. So we're just going to explore this next planet and see what shenanigans happen. Remember, we are 4 turns away. I think we moved 3 turns away, didn't we? Let's just click that again. So we've got 2 starships here. I think we've got a... have I just... Ooh, no. 3 turns. Well, somebody's click that again. We've got a colonizer. And we have a frigate, which I don't think has any weapons. Tactic disengage. So as you can see, we've I think this is preset on here to not engage, which makes sense because we have 2 ships that I don't think have any might. As you can see, guys, might 0. Might 4. So I think this colonizer has some aspect of armor on it, but not very much for might 4. I don't think they are post-apocalyptic. I do apologise. There's something I could do. They'll change it eventually. I think because they've had 2 streams today. That is the reason it's a little bit confused. All right, and there, turn 4. And there we go. We have entered a new star system. And, of course, we have an idle fleet there, of course. So we're going to have a look at this solar system. A star system? Would you call it a star system or solar system? I mean, it's got a star, so I'd call it a solar system. Okay, so looking at the 2 planets, we have Mesozoic 2, which is not very good. I'm assuming the red face means it's bad. But, oh my giddy god, it's got nothing. It's got nothing. Look at the state of that. Who wants to go on that? Who wants to go and live there? But it's quite a nice planet. Quite nice colours. You know, like I said before, looking at the blue planet, it's nice to see this planet has like is rotating. The atmosphere is pulsing. You see like jets of gas on that planet. I do like that. You like I said, rather than actually colonizing the planet, guys, you are able to. You are actually able to just build an outpost rather than colonize place. I'm not too sure, a Fond. If you please PM the Sliver in chat, and I'm sure they'll get back to you. Okay, so what we're going to do, we are going to set our first colony up and see what shenanigans happen. Like I said, I can't wait to see if all the planets are different. I'm hoping they are. As you can see, you know, you can see the continents there, and of course the water and the clouds moving across the planets. I want to see if that is different nonetheless, and I'm assuming that is a good thing there. So we look back on our home planet here, and how our planet is a blue face. Blue face good. Blue face good. Oh, we need some more ships. We need some more ships. Okay, so we're going to colonize the better planet. The Earth Legacy Task Force really wish to colonize. I think so. We've got summary. We'll have population of 6. We'll have food 2. We'll have metals. We'll have organics. Rares 1. Everybody happy. Construction 6. Commerce and 1 research. And huzzah! We've settled. So as you can see, of course, everything is low at the moment. We've got 1/6 population, corruption. So there is the corruption value I was talking about, which I couldn't find a while ago. So we have 12% corruption. See, so excuse me, the value represents the level of corruption in the colony. Corruption harms the taxes, commerce, research generation in the colony. So I'm assuming how big it is, it goes down. Okay, so I'm assuming bigger the colony, bigger the corruption, or will some of the buildings enter? So I think what we need to do, so research isn't fantastic, but of course we need to, we want another production base. We want to mine to get some rares, metals and money. So I think we're going to go, you see, is that 10 turns? I think it will build, we'll build a farm. We'll build a farm. So what we're going to do is go back. And I think, did that actually, so it destroyed the colonizer, so the colonizer will go once you use that. Okay. So we'll go back to, we can't have a governor on these. We'll go to planets. We can have a look at the planets. So of course we've got the unclaimed planets. Mineral rich, nope. Outposts, colonies, gravity. So that's just anything, and then we can just click down to our colonies and see what is where. So that makes sense. So we've got now the 2 planets that we've just made, and we can see which is the most productious, which is of course the home world productious, better production. Sorry. Also, I'm assuming the lower the corruption, the better for all of us. All that. So let's click. We built anything. So we are. Let's go back to my home world. I think we're doing research there. I think we need to build another colonizer, which I think is 14 turns. Hello, chat. How are you doing tonight? Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, if you just post a chat to the Sliverin, Twitch, they'll get back to you. Okay, so what ship do we have here? I think this is the Scouts. This is a frigate, might of 0. We might bring these back together so we can actually not die once they get back. So no Admiral. Locate. So what we're going to do, we'll plug onto the next planet. And we'll click spacebar, which I assume, yep. Suggestions to government pending advisors. So I don't think we can do anything actually. So Starships 2, we have plenty of reserves and treasury, expect to continue to grow in the future. It might be wise to decrease taxes. So we do have an advisor here, which is fantastic. So we can do what it says. So we've got the tax rate, which is 25. Like, of course, the higher the tax rate, the lower the morale. The lower the tax rate, the higher the morale. But also lower the taxes, the less income we have, which is just affecting the credits from the income. We'll keep that at 20%. We'll drop that down 5%, and then we'll do a bit of exploring. We have and I've got to find the hotkey for the colonies, so we're not the building. So these are turns, by the way. These are turns. So we've got another thing. So many of the colonists are demanding that we build a starbase as soon as possible. We're going to build the colonizer first. Turn 9. So the main thing of this campaign so far is just to destroy the main pirate fleet and explore the whole sector. We've got we've found industrial derelict. So we actually found some brave explorers. We found some kind of industrial solar system on the train. Scientists quickly got to work on it, even though the technology was too advanced to replicate. They did manage to use on the colony to speed up build project by 50 points. So little things like that are going to help you. So exploring unknown planets are going to give you little bonuses like that. So how's that affected? Did that actually make us? Did that actually make us? Wow, yeah, so that brought the build time down massively there. So down to one more turn. Well, I'm not particularly going to cry about that at the moment in time. So we're going to look at the new star system we explored. Got a nice little asteroid belt. Population low gravity. We do have a small frozen planet. Remember, we are researching tundra, so we could probably... hopefully, I do like that blue. That's a royal blue. So I think that's a mediocre figure. So whether this world takes now, it clearly wasn't always like this. Given the enormous pressure of the surface level, organics sea form like. Immediate abundance of material makes it particularly automatic, granting us future colony benefit of extra production of organics using the miners. So I like that little guff there. That's quite a nice little description of what is there. So just the asteroids are just the asteroids. And of course, we have a wormhole. I used to love wormholes on other games. So, wormholes. There's a hole in a worm, or a wormhole, and it takes us right to another planet by doing this. So, I wonder if that takes us... I might be brave enough to pass through there to see where it takes us. It's going to take us down to there, but the question is that one turn's worth of movement? We'll have a look, and hopefully I won't get killed by stuff. Do I just click here and will he automatically go through the fleet thing? I keep deselecting stuff, I do apologise. Yeah, ETA 1 turn. So it does push you straight through, which is certainly interesting. That's going to be that's going to make the game and bigger games seem a lot smaller when discovering wormholes, because that just takes us I think that it would be 8 turns movement. You're talking 12 turns movement in 1 turn, which is absolutely brilliant. I quite like that. Oh, you know what, guys, I don't want to do it, but just for the stream, we're going. But I'm liking these little descriptions and about what is in the planet. Of course, the asteroid not doing anything. So we are going to go through that wormhole and however good it is. But I did like that technology we found. That gives us extra research, and we're going that turn. So, and like I said, guys, keep an eye on your researchers. Okay, so I think we've done something bad here, guys, because we've gone through the wormhole. And of course, there's going to be bad guys there. And I don't think we've got any might. Ooh, so we'll go for the top. So the installation has been built on our new colony, which is brilliant. So we need to go on add another. But let's go and see if our advisors advise anything else before we build that. Colonies boost their resources. So installations can be constructed on colonies to boost their resource production. Customer research to provide defences. So what is this planet actually good for? What is it good for? Yeah, they are just. It's hilarious going through stuff. I hope we don't die because of it. I hope we don't die. It'll be very upsetting if we die there. So we've got 50. We definitely that. I think that finding that technology has helped us build everything in one turn. Um, metals would be good. Oops, daisies. Okay, so growth in nine turns. So I don't think we can prioritize things just yet, just because I don't think it's worth messing around with that on such a low colony. So food +3. Construction is very low. We've got zero pollution. So remember, pollution will be a factor when we definitely industrialize our empire. Commerce and new tech. So I don't know what we should build. Uh, so what are we short of? We are short of rares. And we have no more metals. So metals, and I think we 15 still. Yeah, we'll go for the metals, and we're still building that colonizer, so we're all done there. Really enjoying this, guys. I remember. So we've explored the solar system down there. But we have found. Look at the state of that. look at the state. Oh. So I mean, they have a might of 182. We have a might of 0. I'm thinking, guys, we're going to run away. I think we're going to run away. Don't get me wrong, guys. It would be interesting to go into this battle, but we're going to get whooped. What's the the decision of the chat? Shall we go into the battle just to see the ship? I think my ship will disengage, but would you want me to go into the combat just to show you the combat features, but still running away? I'll let you guys in chat decide it. So, looking at the grandeur of how many ships we could have here is 49. I can't imagine 49 ships blowing the bejesus out of each other. Um, but there is a aspect to auto resolve. So click here to auto resolve the battle according to the might rating of the starship troops involved. So there is auto resolve. You don't want to fight that battle, but I think the fun would be to be in the battle to see the shenanigans that go off. What's the whole the whole picture in chat, guys? Anyone got a decision? Do you want to go into the battle, or do you want me to just auto run away? I'll give you guys a couple of seconds to reply before I decide. All right, post-apocalyptic, you have said it. Okay, come. I think we're gonna. Where is the bad guy? Where's the bad guy? Here's the bad guy. Oh, he's got some bad stuff there. I'm not. I think we're probably gonna run away, but he's. So we are currently paused the game. As you can see, you have my status in the right. You have his in the left. He is going to absolutely think. But I think, as we saw on ship design, ladies and gentlemen, you can set the boundaries, the parameters of what your ships do in combat. And I think, like brave Sir Robin, we are going to run away. We've got pause, slow, normal, fast. And I think my ship, post-apocalyptic, is going to run away. Can we locate our ship? Here we go. It's gone. Yeah, he's going to run away. He was going to run away from this battle. But I wonder how many times in a battle or in a solar system you can go, see you later, folks. Yep, there we go. Puff. He did go puff. He just went out. He just went away. He just ran away. Woo! Survived. Well, what we'll do... He did go puff. He just ran away. It's fine. So, planet Eastern Robots discovered. Ooh, robots. So at the moment, the planet contains a large group of automated life forms built by some ancient forgotten race. They are not programmed. They are programmed to serve in industry. Using million old technologies, marvelous, can utilize by their own colonies to increase their total construction outpost. Absolutely fantastic, guys. I do like that little bit. That little bit of like lore or history, and showing how old the star systems are and how they've evolved, and that shows in depth in game. But also I see. Oh, I'm glad to hear it. So also, guys, looking at the planet, love the attention to detail. Even though I know you probably people only glance at it, I like that. I like that little attention to detail. The swirls on the planet, the green. It's very well. I think we actually love that planet. We actually love it. It is actually classed as an ocean planet as well. See what else is in the solar system. I don't think there's anything else there. Nope, there's that on the wormhole and a dying star of some description. But yeah, we're bugging out. We are bugging out. That's a nice planet. I tell you now, I do want that planet. All right. All right, we're bugging out. Is he? Oh, he's chasing us. No, he's not. He's not chasing us. He's not chasing us. Ho ho ho! Wow, that was close. Okay, 2, and then we're gonna. Oh, we did miss a start. A thing. What happened there? We did actually. Can we actually go back and see what we built? No. I wish there was a slight button there. We could look back what we built there. They put that on the on. I think they automated it. It automated after it did. So we got 4 turns on that colonizer. We're going to build there. We're still income. We're still negative. We're still negative there. We need to. We want to get some more metals there. So we have actually located another planet there. So system is explored. So we've got another planet. Oh, loving that. And I'm sure they're all randomised, which makes it nice. Grus, which is just a arid small world, low gravity. It's got nothing interesting on it. Where's the interesting things? There's nothing there. We love that. Well, I like that one. I don't know which I like best. No, I like that one. No, I like that one. That's kind of cool. It's kind of like a foggy Earth. Construction. Per work on this planet has. Wow, that's pretty good. Wow, commerce. Let's just have a look at a bit of a thing. What's the commerce here? Absolutely. Oh yeah, we don't want to be on there. We don't want to be on there. But then that's when terraforming comes into the whole aspect of the game. We are going to. You know what? I keep messing up how I select stuff. Let's just go on to fleets. Well, that's the fleet there. We need to create some warships, guys. We need some warships. But you need to pay attention to your star data, your notification tab, because I did skip ahead there, guys, and I think I missed quite important things. Okay, so we have researched. Huzzah! We can put our snowshoes on. What do you mean post-poke? No space lines. Can you just define what you mean by that? Adventures of setting on tundra planets, which are many galaxy, but such a far from ideal. Technology then settle tundra planets into a beautiful homeworld-like environments. Ha ha ha! Absolutely brilliant. All right. I think we need some weapons. Neutron, lance, plasma. And I think we're going to start just chucking some other researchers out there. Oh god, there's a lot of turns. But I suppose once we start building research places on our planets, it will decrease the research. I see. I mean, we could. There's a lot more freedom. I mean, I don't mean like Sins of a Solar Empire. Is that kind? Is that one? Is that one where you can? Yeah, that's one where you can only do on lines, isn't it? And I think we're all gravy, aren't we? Building stuff, housing, and we've got that colonized ship. Absolutely fantastic. So we're gonna go on Tala. Oh, we're now thinking this. Aha! So the starship has been built. The colony has gained a labourer. We've explored the solar system. The Telesys started explored. Ooh, crystal caverns. Oh, I like this. Looks like a very nice. I like the blue again. Blue is my favourite colour. Okay, so reports have been received indicating the presence of deep crystal caverns scattered across the surface of the planet. Enormous quantities of rare materials indicates the little no effort from our miners. They greatly benefit in the rare total production of the future colonies of this planet. Holy yes. That's rares, isn't it? That's really good. So this would be probably a planet that is a planet that we want to colonize, but also, you know, when you think about it, there's going to be other nations on this game that want to invade and take this back. Hello, Van Bishop. Nice to see you. How you doing tonight? Okie dokes. I think. What else is in this solar system? Anything interesting? Oh no, it's just a singular planet, unfortunately. But we have built a colonizer, which I think we are going to chuck at there as well. What do we need? We've got food, 12, 9 consumed. Metals, organics, rares, construction +8, pollution. Freighter. I think we're going to build a freighter to start trying to supply stuff and see how that works in this game. So we're going to chuck that on there, and I think we'll just add something else onto the queue. We'll chuck a starbase on after that. But remember, guys, you need to research. You need to research. We need to design ships to actually do stuff. I think we're going to go there. I think we are going to go... Oh, excuse me. I've misclicked again. And go... Because we want that... we want them rares. I want to just have a quick mess around how we create a fleet with these ships. We'll bring this scout ship back. And then what we'll do... we will see creating another fleet and see how that works. So we have Chesterton's research, advises Admiral, but we're not going to click that because we are researching neutron lancers. Oh, I wonder if they wave at each other as they pass. I don't want to keep bashing tab, and I'm bad because of it, guys. I don't want to just skip things that are important. So our fleets have arrived. Brilliant. So let's click here. And I think we are definitely going to colonise that planet. Yes, sirree, Bob. Thank you very much. And of course, this is going to be a crystal. So this is, what did we say again? It was mining more than anything else. So we've got food. So food for the exo farm first. And then we're going to go for exo mine after that. Oh, and like I said, ladies and gentlemen, as we researched Tundra, we now can terraform the planet into what we want it to be, closer to than what we want, which is fantastic. But remember, every empire will be different to what planet you like to live on. So if there's more planets of desert, and you don't have to terraform them, but if you do, you're going to have to terraform. But I like that. I like it. Cloning factory, prevent time production industrial goods. That's fine. But oh god, that's a lot of turns. That's a lot of turns. Is it mocking you? We'll keep that on the 1 just now. And just see how that goes. So I think we have 2 ships now. The question is creating a fleet with both of them ships in. So select all. There we go. And so starship classes, frigates, destroyers, classified as support ships are used to escort larger ships for long-range raids, or with swarming tactics. So no admiral assigned. So I think we need an admiral to actually create this thing. I do apologise if I've been mistaken here, guys, but I'm gonna have to do a bit more reading on creating the fleets there. But it just keep telling you that things are things are sorry, my apologies. Things are idle. Yeah, I don't think we can actually, but I might have to go and build a battleship or something, and then we can push on to another planet, or go back to that other planet and kick that alien's butt. Oh, I keep pressing the wrong buttons. Right, we're both going that way. And I think that is all gravy. Turn 26. Still got, we've got plenty of credits. We've still got plenty of credits here. Let's have a look at what he's got to say. What's he saying? With plenty of reserved treasury, expecting to grow in the future. It might be decreased taxes to increase resource production. I'm going to refresh. Yes! It's fixed! Thank you, Bruno, wherever you are. Alright, we're going to go and explore the next star system and see what shenanigans we can find. So we've gained a labourer now. So, as you can see, guys, I spoke about focusing on things. There we go. Now, can we deselect that? There we go. Yeah, just by you can select it. Food 24 or metals, but it doesn't seem to go below what we need, which is fantastic. But also, how effective will that on construction? Yeah, easy. I like that. I just click that straight onto that. But of course, affecting everything on here. Good. It's very nice. I've got to say, it has a very cartoon element, but there is some, the planets are nice, and it's not too overly cartoony. It's very nice. Okay. Nah, that's fine. I think I want a governor. Or I want a hero. We are still researching. That is brilliant. We're about to explore that other place in ETA 3 turns. So we've got the colonies. Make sure we're all gravy. I think so. Okay. Stuff has happened. So, the starbase has been created, which is brilliant. I'd love to see that in combat. I can't wait till we get into... Ooh. Nope. Let's not scuttle the starbase. We've just built it. So it'd be nice to see when we actually do get attacked. To see what actually happens with things. So we want to build a battleship. We unfortunately these guys have like 0 might. Oh no, it's got might. That the destroyer has might. So I see here we can actually just take off all the guff that we don't want to see, and if we want to just so we, like I said, you can filter this down to make it a bit simpler. So if we go onto the ships, it'd be nice to see if we could have actually what's the word? Filter to the top, which has the best might, I suppose. But I suppose just hanging over it. Oh, look at that, might 470. What's the construction cost is bad. Upkeep 8. Ugh. Might 9. Let's bankrupt my society. Ha 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 ha. Let's bankrupt them. Evil laugh. Sorry guys, laughing at myself. So we've explored the solar system. So, exotic species. Oh, fiddlesticks. Look at the state of that thing. A slave ship. I've heard some bad things about slave ships, guys. We should not go near slave ships. Unfortunately, guys, my ships are set to disengage. Stop it, post-apocalypse. uh, Unfortunately, the slave ship has a few more guns than I have on my ships. Like I said, when actually building your ships, editing your ships, you can change your tactics. And unfortunately, both of my ships are disengage, so they're going to get out of town. I'm going to auto retreat, and that just accepts that. Sighted. It's like playing Civ 1 again when the slavers come and slave me. So I wonder if he will continually attack that fleet if they don't bug out of that solar system. So we do have a few enemies that we can't deal with at the moment because we have 0 things, but we are trying to develop our empire more than anything else. So base battle, our fleets was defeated. Did they kill him? Oh, yep. I think you should not retreat. I think I've learnt the hard way here, but it's an educational stream, guys. We've realised do not retreat because, well, think of the good thing, guys. Them ships have been destroyed, but we've gained we've gained some support back. Yeah, that was unfortunate. That was absolutely. I don't know anything. I know nothing. Okay. I think new production techniques sound good. Oh, no research has been. I think because we've put stuff back into. No research generated. That's weird. Okay, so after I have the current context field below, we should research environmental life. Oh, so she's giving me good hints. See, I don't understand why that is not on the research list. I think we're generating no points of research. This is why. We'll continue to build that. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Hopefully nobody comes to attack me because I have 0 ships at the moment. I've gained a labourer. That's good. Back again. I think the button probably is just escape back to that. There we go. I gained a labourer. That's fine. We can. Research lab. Sounds good. Let's go back. If we just press escape. Yeah, press escape. It's easier. Colonies. So what we're building. Who's good on research? And also, we don't have enough transports. Oh, that was the frigate we built, wasn't it? I think I need to go back to that. But it is nice that it has actually given a nice breakdown of what's where and what would be good to build outposts or anything like that. I do like that. But like I said, guys, I might just pop onto the Sandbox mode to give you a little bit of brief over on the Sandbox mode, and I'll look at the other races. I'll give it till about Q2 and a bit of more messing around with this, and then we'll go back onto that and have a quick look. I'm sure that'll be fine. All right. See, now I'm trying to find out where that okay, let's just keep going through it. I think there is no time limit for this game. So we gained a labourer. That's good. I'm sure that's just through population growth. I think we may have accepted too many. Oh, I think we've got too much Oh, wow. Look at the turds. We've added too much research. Yeah, I think we just added too much research there. Yeah, I will have to read more back into that. I want my battleship. We will see war before this end of this stream, guys. Brilliant. So, Environmental Life Support goes step beyond by the crew. So this is now gives you my I can add this to my ships to give them +3 sector to the starship range, so I can actually advance further. Let's I think we need something in research or something. Advanced mining. I think we could do transport for the minerals. We're still building that battleship, aren't we? It's like going to take too long. It really is going to take too long. I mean, I suppose we could just push everything into production. Oh, it's like 49 turns. 15, that's a bit more acceptable. But, of course, at the cost of resources. Remember, escape's the quicker button there. Oh, no, did that accept that? Or did it just... no, now, did that actually take that off? No, it just seemed to avoid that. That's peculiar. Let's take that off, and we're going to actually build something decent in that colony before it dies. We have a farm, so the factory or the mine. I think we'll get the mine there, and then have the factory. We are building the research lab. That was good. I think I need to find out why that is not just accepting. No, it has accepted it now. So we did do the research lab. That's brilliant. And the factory, but of course it is then the upkeep of building that factory and also the other things. Let's go back to colonies. I need to find the shortcuts for the colony button there. 12 turns left, 10 turns for everything else. Nothing is attacking us, guys, so we are fine. But I want to show you at least one battle before we end tonight. But like I said, it's not just yet. Automated factory sounds good to me. Now, how do we swap them round? I don't want to cancel that. I think we're just not generating enough research points to do that. Okay, how many more turns has that got left? 6 turns is fine, and we could spam 6 buttons. But like I said, we'll have a quick look at the sandbox mode after. So factory, and the other factory's been built. That is brilliant. Like I said, I don't understand why I click in the planets when I can click the colonies, which is better. But 105 turns. But I suppose when you think about it. When you think about it, when you're building stuff, you're going to change the concentration of what you're actually building to suit your thing. So there we go. We can streamline cache. I think we're going to build some housing there, unfortunately. But you can just click across there as well. 2 turns left. Okay, let's have a quick look whilst you just board. No, we're not looking good on that. We're going to streamline some cache for a little while we build that other thing there. Ha ha ha! The starship has been created. I think we are going to quickly build something else. Like I said, it will depend on the research. You see, I'm think we're out of research points. That's what's happening there. All right, we'll come back to that. I need to read a bit. So we do have a 470 might ship now. So we're going to pull it into this solar system to kill the slaver ship and to see the shenanigans that are going to are going to happen there. Oh, sorry, I do apologise, guys. I seem to be misclicking. Oh, I did it again. Stop clicking. There we go. Okay. Okay, now I've got the battle. That's fine. We've rider fleets. We have a space battle. So this is the first battle where we actually have some armaments here. Just wanted to skip to it, guys, before we just have a quick look at the sandbox mode before I end here. So we're going to click tactical combat. So this is probably on the first time we've had a look. So we do have battle progress. So the progress bar indicates the relative strength of the attacking starship in red versus the defending fleet representing green. Yeah. See, is it defining me as attacking or defending? Okay, we're going to do slow combat. We'll do normal and see the shenanigans that are going to overpass here. Alright, ready for it, guys and girls? Hold on to your drinks. It's about to get rocky. Very slowly. We'll, let's actually get our ship to attack. Power to phasers, Mr. Zulu. I think we just have a lot of red lasers on that ship. Nuclear missiles and a whole heap. I like the insignia on the top of the ship as well. That's a nice little touch. I'm just hoping we don't get absolutely butchered here, because we'll be. We'll just fast it up a little bit. Oh, I can imagine this with a lot more ships and like missiles flying across the map. Oh, here we go. Contact. Can I hear a pew 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 in the chat? Whoa. Am I winning? Am I oh, it's gone! It's gone! Pew pew pew! You're dead! I think I overpowered him a little bit there. I don't think he lasted very long. I think we did have the might of hunt for. So it gives you guys a relative understanding of the might. He had a might of 270. I had a might of 470 there. So that was actually quite good. Victory, exactly. Victory. I don't think I should have retreated. There were two ships. Huzzah! I claim this galactic star system. Huzzah! Okay, so that's fine. Okay, and colonies. So a frigate fleet allows transport resources back to the home world. That's what we're going to build next. Because I think we're out of transports anyway. That's one turn. So, ships upgradable, that's fine. Get back to that. Brill. Absolutely brill. Let's do one more explore. Oh, it is damaged, so it needs to come back to repaired, and we're just gonna drop a Can we actually researching anything? No, we're not. So we'll do a quick transport. Oh, Ooh, ooh, more stuff. More stuff here. Okay, dokes. We have we've got bad planets. We've got a probe light. Probe light. Is that a bad? Oh, it's a bad guy. It's a bad guy. Oh, he's Mike 77. Just for the hilarity, guys, we are going to auto resolve that. As you see, damage. I think we've shown damage there. Where's the damage represented? We'll look on our thing. But yeah, we had to auto-resolve that because it would just be stupid. So there's option, Omega talking about the fauna of the planet compared to the homeworld. Enormous forms of animal life inhabit it are, of course, a wonder to see, but more united in sense are prime, plentiful food. If you colonists might inhabit the planet, so more food. Big dinosaurs to eat. So that's fine. So, and it's a good planet. We love that planet, and that's actually quite good organics because of the big monsters. All right, we're going to quickly save this game, guys, and then I'm going to give you a quick show of the sandbox mode about the different races before we end. Because we've got about 10 minutes left for the end of the stream, so I'll just give you a quick look about the main menu. Oh yeah, we'll surrender. We'll surrender. So is everybody enjoying this game so far? It is very, very, very nice. So we're going to have a quick look at the sandbox mode and just show a few of the options that are available to give you guys a brief overlay of what you can do. Oh good, I'm glad. So we've got, of course, the game rules. We've got, of course, the size of the galaxy. Tiny, small, average, large. So determines how many star systems are going to be in the galaxy. Each size increases the total star count by 25. So does that mean there's 50? I would just see what would that be? 25. So it means there's 50 star galaxies there. Okay, so shape. Shape of galaxy according to described shapes. Spiral arms are advised relative isolation, while more circular shapes get you into action quicker. Oh, wow, nice options there. Composition, so average, so organic, average, inorganic, so you can change up there, be interesting. Planets, average, abundant, rare, so then of course you can change, definitely nice to change up so you can make it a more difficult game if you like. So beginning, the more advanced the starting situation, the more technologies the ships will start with player. So of course that's your technology tree. If you're going to start primitive, events, unusual, frequent, disabled. So events are global events change the rules of the game momentarily for all players. It's starting to decide how often you want them to change. That will be interesting. Research, average, very fast, of course, what it is. Option to randomize, which would be good for a good game, just to click the randomize button. So of course we have the victory conditions, which are galaxy conquest. So the galaxy conquest victory is achieved when at least 75% of all star systems in the galaxy are owned by the player. Diplomatic alliance, where everybody's friends. Evolutionary ancestry victory achieved when player manages to build a gate in 5 of her colonies. Ooh, I'm not interested in what that means. Score supremacy, I'm assuming having the best score. Of course, we have the difficulty. The menace. Ooh. Menaces. Use how the population of the galaxy will be sort of menaces. Ooh, so there's going to be like roving bands of bad guys. Star Marine. Once enabled, the Star Marine mode prevents you from saving. How the game will save itself every 10 turns. That's an Iron Man mode there for you. I like that. So we're going to click next and just have a quick mosey on look at some of the alien creatures. The followers of Kala. Fiddlem Hold. Ooh. And as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, the different races have different... I won't go too much in the description just for now because of the time restraints. As you can see, different races having different intellects, of course, traits. Smart, creative, happy, and fertile. Well, that's not a very good thing to have. Bureaucrats, farmers, tacticians, ancient, planetoid. I am Groot. That's really bad saying that. Honest, tough, subterranean, merciful. We've got the shark people. Illuministarian, how do you pronounce that? Aquatic. Oh no, fish people. Sorry, fish people. The fish people. Aquatic. So increase ocean and swamp planets maximum population by 50%. Just live underwater. Industrious, fertile, tough. Seems to be the bug people. I can't even pronounce that. Predators, industrious, large, homeworld. What does that actually give? That'd be interesting. Whereas cherish the homeworld, of course, after that good, but maybe not so much. Then we found a large quid of homeworld to have many competitors. The advantage of the critical start with relative some population due to the large. Ooh, that's nice. I like that one. Oh, we've got the bad guys. It looks like it. Valyrian Horde. Warlords. Constant struggle in the society has shaped the culture warriors. Little else than inflicting damage on their enemies, especially among the stars, where differences dwell. This figure leads us to developing starship weapons. Ooh, I like that. So you got definitely a mix of, different creatures inhabiting, of course, the humans there. But I love it. It's nice that you got a different selection of creatures that inhabit the star system that will affect. I mean, I wonder if they all start on there. But the one thing that I have noticed is, of course, the customization there, which will be interesting to create your own. I'm sure that you can add your own little picture on here somehow, which will be. I'm sure there is a text file somewhere or a folder you can add your own image to. I bet I'm betting my life on it. But also editing your title, your home world, home star, and I think you can take off your traits. So I think if you blind. I like that. I like that. It's just not. So I think if you add -3, it gives you, or -4, it gives you 17 points, which is quite good. But of course, you have to take the negative of the things. Oh, nice. We don't like anybody else. We do like anybody else. Lazy, mad. Oh, I like it. I like it. So definitely interesting there, guys. We are able to actually change and create. I've got to find the picture if I do stream this again and actually add on my own little picture to that. Aquatic. That seems a nice one at the moment in time. Ancient, pathetic, charismatic, clumsy. So definitely a nice little end to this stream. So fantastic, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed tonight. The stream is just about to end. This has been the first stream of the gameplay. Hopefully I've been very informative with some of the gameplay and some of the details, but like I said, ladies and gentlemen, please check the dev diaries because they probably hit a bit more detail than I have tonight. This is definitely a game to add to your wish list. I very much enjoyed talking to you guys, especially you post-apocalypse, the #1 talker tonight, Astra Exodus. Very much keep the eye out for. I'm very enjoying this. I hope to get into more depth very soon. Remember, guys, I shall hopefully see you on another stream. I think I'll be back on Thursday night. I'll be back on Thursday night, guys, for Fantasy Generals 2 on the Christmas map. So have a great week, guys, and I'll see you in the next few times. Thank you very much, guys. Enjoy your evening. But like I said, guys, check the Steam sales out, but also put it on your wish list. It is definitely a game for the future. Have a great evening, folks, and I'll see you later.